first of all, to automate the lead generation process. So I'm not quite sure how you're driving traffic to yourself, but with a lead, I want to say a lead generator, just a lead management system. Whenever
Mm-hmm.
that traffic comes, they'll have a streamlined way to express interest in your services, right? So when you do get on the phone with them or you set up that appointment, you already have an idea of what's needed, what they're looking for, what their diet restrictions are, those types of things. So now, especially with a custom quote situation, you can kind of go into it with that pricing and kind of more, not spend so much time like educating them on, you know what I'm saying? Like having
Yeah.
that same conversation over and over and over again.
Setting the stage. Right.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
now you're just showing up for the appointment to kind of just give your recommendations and tell them, okay, here's the custom plan. This is how much it costs. Would you like to get started? Or when would you like to get started? Or when can I follow up with you? Type of thing.
I had
And move that conversation off of your text messages. Because the problem with having it on your text messages in your phone is that people can contact you all anytime, all day, whenever, on their time. You got to scroll through and figure out where the conversations that were missed and all that good stuff. So I really feel like having a standard way of managing that entire process would remove a lot of your stress from
mm-hmm.
you.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, completing maybe like an onboarding situation where you can make sure that, okay, now that I've gotten the payment in, now what happens next after that? What do I need from them? Do they have to sign a contract? Do they need to sign up for anything, or what have you? That's a part of that onboarding process.
Okay.
And then aside from that, you probably need something for a follow-up process, because to keeping it real, everybody that shows up to an appointment with you is not going to book.
Mm-hmm.
So how are you going to manage that situation? Because that follow-up takes a lot of time and a lot of effort as well. If you can automate that process, you're going to, number one, close more sales, because um, the statistics say, and you've been in sales, so it's a numbers game, right? So
Mm-hmm.
out of 100 people that show up to your offer, only 3% of those, or three of those, are going to be ready to pull the trigger right then and there. They're actively looking for somebody to buy
Mm-hmm.
from then, right?
Mm-hmm.
But however, about 46 of those same 100 are not going to buy right now, but around the fifth or sixth or seventh time that you follow up with them, they're going to be ready to make a purchase. So then you're not having to reinvent the wheel when it comes to generating leads all the time. You can
Mm-hmm.
create an automated follow-up process either via email or text message, or however you decide to do that, so that you can be omnipresent. Basically, you're always at the top of their mind. So when it comes to the first of the year, and even though you might have had this contact in June of last year, but you've been following up with them, when first of the year comes and people are more apt to start spending money on gym memberships and training programs, meal programs and stuff like that, you're going to be the first choice because you've been the one that's been consistently following up with them.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I think those three things will definitely help you. And I learned there's two things that we have that we can invest. That's our time and that's our money. I know if I want to invest minimal time, I got to invest more money. If I
Yes.
want to invest minimal money, then I got to invest more time.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes I can afford to invest that money, and other times I can afford to invest more time. Now, when
Mm-hmm.
I'm setting up service-based businesses, because I've been doing this for the last 5 or 6 years, and I
Mm-hmm.
know they work and I know my methods work, I'll go ahead and invest that money on the front end, if it's 5 or 10 grand, to invest into building this business up the right way, so that I don't have to work so hard, so that I can scale it to 10 grand in the matter of a few months or whatever. I'm going to go ahead and do that because I know it's going to pay off, and I know I'm still going to be available to my children and in my household. So
Mm-hmm.
it just depends on which one you want to invest more of.